And see me, Gito?
Can you
Hello?
hear me? Hello. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you clearly. So, have you arrived in, is it in Budapest, in Hungary?
Oh, it's in Pleven in Bulgaria.
Sorry, Bulgaria. Sorry
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So,
That's
have you,
fine. That's fine.
how many weeks have you been staying there so far? Or how many months? Because I
Like
think
more than a month.
more
Yeah,
than a
more than a month.
month.
Yeah, like because I got here February 21st.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So like 1 month and a half. Yeah, about 1 month and a half since I
Mm-hmm.
got here. Yeah, something like that.
How is the situation over there in Bulgaria regarding the coronavirus? Is it better or worse than Japan?
To be honest, it's much worse than situation in Japan. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it had been getting worse, but last several days it's been
Mm-hmm.
getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it's gonna continue getting better. But considering the personality of people here in the city, I don't think it's gonna get better because people are not wearing the mask when they are
Mm-hmm.
outside, when they're so, basically, the people here are not united. They are not united to get over the situation. They are sometimes they look so selfish and not disciplined enough for
Mm-hmm.
me because in this situation, everybody should wear a mask when they are out.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, everybody knows it's gonna lead to a really bad, horrible situation. So yeah, hopefully, I really hope people start wearing the mask here
Mm-hmm.
and always sanitize things around us, and the number of people infected will be zero.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dream. Yeah.
Exactly. How about you when you step out from your apartment?
Yeah.
Do you wear a mask?
Of course, yeah, I wear a mask and have I always take kind of sanitizer
Mm-hmm.
like this one, like a small sanitizer,
Mm-hmm.
always with me. Yeah, always with me in the pocket of my coat.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because I wash my hand when I get to somebody's apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and when I go to supermarket I always I mean sanitize my hand
Mm-hmm.
both before and after my shopping. So yeah, maybe I'll be so careful, and I don't, because of course I don't want to get infected. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've been doing the best. Yeah, I do. I've been doing the best. Yeah.
Mm, yes, exactly. We have responsibilities towards ourselves, and no one would be reminding us that as much as possible we wear personal protective equipments like
Mhm.
mask or maybe face shield if it's applicable there in Bulgaria.
Mhm.
Yeah, so just make sure to stay healthy and stay safe.
Yeah, thank you. How about in the Philippines?
Oh,
Is it
y-
getting worse or better?
well, we are the worst in Southeast Asia, actually. I'm not proud of it, but that's something that is undeniable
Mhm.
because each day there are additional um, number of patients being recorded. So
Okay.
it's we are in the middle of a difficult situation for everyone,
Mhm.
not just for the government and for the medical frontliners, but for everyone.
Mhm. Mhm. Let's see. Can you imagine what is the reason? the cause the like increasing number in
I think.
terms of
Mm,
COVID-19.
mhm. Well, just like what you said about Bulgaria, it's about the discipline and the selfishness of some people. Um, you know, they can. Some people here cannot um are not patient enough
Yeah.
to, yeah, to just stay at home, and
Mhm.
obviously they miss their social life. So sometimes they try to step out of their house just to see their acquaintances or their friends, and they
Mhm.
get together, even though we have this notion or perception, or we should perceive people next to us to have, or yeah, to have an asymptomatic COVID-19, because I think that is the right mindset. You know, we must
Mhm.
assume that once we step out of our house,
Mhm.
people that we meet could be an asymptomatic carrier, and that we should remain, or that we should keep a distance from them.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I heavily agree with you.
Mhm,
So yeah, as long as the people here are not wearing the mask,
mhm,
uh, I don't think it's gonna get better. And uh, what is furthermore, what is bad, or I can say what is the worst thing about COVID-19 in this country is that people speak aloud when
mhm,
they are, not wearing a mask when they are out.
mhm,
And sometimes bad behavior, action are associated, no, no, sorry, combined with discrimination to Asian. For example, like I'm an East Asian because I'm from Japan,
mhm,
and most Bulgarian don't discriminate Japanese or Chinese or Korean, but some people discriminate us. This is a fact. And
mhm,
then what really concerns me is that uh, some discriminating Bulgarian speak aloud when we for example in the
mhm,
street when there's like discriminating Bulgarian over there, and they are walking towards me. They
mhm,
are walking towards me, and then I walk towards them because I need to go to the supermarket. And then when how can I say this? Like when we get close enough,
mhm,
they do like this. They cough intentionally, like like this. They
uh,
cough intentionally.
mhm,
Maybe I take it, I take it their intention because, it's really not natural how they cough. It's really not natural.
mhm,
Like maybe they cough intentionally to infect us
mhm,
or to make us worried, something like that.
mhm,
Maybe that is the toughest part of, living here for me as a
mhm.
Japanese. Yeah.
So, do you start to feel that you want to come back to Japan because of the discrimination that you have experienced so far?
Yeah, I have always wanted to come back to Japan, go back to Japan since I got here. Yeah, to be honest.
Mm. I also, I think the reason why some discriminating Bulgarians do that towards you, it's because since you said you're an East Asian, and the physical characteristics of Japanese, Koreans, and Chinese and other Asian nationals almost look the same. So maybe they thought that you were Chinese, and since the coronavirus or COVID-19 originated from Wuhan, China, maybe they thought that you were a Chinese, and they were making you feel bad. That's why,
Mhm,
as you get closer to them when you were
mhm,
walking or passing by the street, they
mhm,
intentionally do cuffing to,
Mhm.
again, to discriminate you, to make you feel bad, or to put the
Mhm.
blame on you, because Asians nowadays get a lot of discrimination from Western countries, not just over there in Europe, but also in United States. I don't know if you have heard about um, um, an Asian woman who got
Mhm.
physically bullied by a black American, and no
Mhm.
one was helping the Asian women because um, some people even um, uh, yelled at that woman that, oh, you deserve that, something like that, because they
Really?
thought that the woman was Chinese, and that Asians nowadays are perceived to be like the disease carrier of COVID-19 around the world. So yeah, it's pitiful for us Asians. Remember a few years ago, maybe two
Mhm.
or a year ago, there
Mhm.
was this news about Black Lives Matter. Now,
Mhm.
since we Asians get a lot of discriminations, there's this another movement called Asian Lives Matter. So
Mhm. Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it started because of the increasing discrimination towards us
Mhm.
Asians.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think this one is really touchy and
Mm-hmm.
sensitive problem. So of course, I don't want to sound rude,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, as a Japanese, as an Asian, I really hope there is gonna be zero discrimination for everybody in this world. Like, for African, for Asian, for European, there must be zero discrimination because maybe from what I have seen, they why they discriminate is because they cannot forgive what happened in the past. I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe some people claim they discriminate others by their physical appearance,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's true because most of the time I feel like the reason why they discriminate is because they don't like what happened in the past. And for example, COVID-19 is a great example. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it happened in China. I mean, I'm not offending China,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
nor but it happened in China, and I cannot deny that I look like a Chinese because I'm a Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So I I mean, I don't agree with this, but I cannot. I still can understand they put East Asian in the same basket
Yes.
because they're the same. So yeah, that's why it's happening, and one of the reasons I think. So hopefully they will stop doing really stupid things like this
Mm-hmm.
and start thinking how important all lives are. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I like your expression that they should not put all Asians in one basket. Just
Mhm.
because Chinese or COVID-19 started from Wuhan,
Mhm.
China. Um,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think of course those people who discriminate you so far, um, as you walk on the street, of course they would not ask you bluntly, are you Chinese? Are you Korean? Are you Japanese? Maybe they just assume that you are
Yeah, yeah,
Chinese. That's why they put you in the same basket as the Chinese. So yeah, of course
yeah.
we're not vilifying some Chinese because I happen to have Chinese friends who are kind and uh, have manners and big heart, but I cannot also deny that there are bully Chinese out there. So,
Mhm.
but in general, yes, Asian lives matter, or every life matters. Not just Asian, not just black, not even maybe Latinos or Arabians or white people. So our our lives are very important.
Mhm. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So that's why I want to go back to Japan as soon as
Mhm.
possible.
Um.
But yeah, of course, I have to be, I can't lose, I can't lose against discrimination because if I lose them, it means I somehow mm, forgive the discrimination if I lose it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Rules here, yeah.
But for example, Gito, when you return to Japan,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
in an untimely, um, yeah, well, I mean, when you untimely return to Japan,
Mhm.
can you still continue your medical studies in Japan?
Yeah, that's a good question actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like due to COVID-19, my
Mm-hmm.
classes are now online.
Mm-hmm.
Our classes became online like several weeks ago, and we are supposed to continue this form of classes, online classes.
Mm-hmm.
But as the situation is has been getting better only for 3 days though,
Mm-hmm.
there is possibility that we are gonna go back to in-person classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot go back to Japan now. But if university announces the our classes are going to be online for over the, let's say, more than 3-4 months, or until the second semester starts,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I can go to Japan earlier than expected and have classes there because it's possible. It's online, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
Mhm.
knowing medical related
Mhm.
courses,
Mhm.
there are subjects that would require a medical student to have a hands-on training.
Uh, uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
of course,
Right. Mhm.
online classes would be like the opposite for, um, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
for the hands-on training, because you really need to be there to learn.
That's right. That's right.
Like
Yeah,
dissecting a cadaver or
yeah,
seeing something
yeah.
in the microscope. Yeah.
That's right. You're right. Yeah, the why I can go back to Japan if it becomes I mean if they are now, in-person classes are going to last for more than like 3 months, is because I'm still in what is called the preparatory course. So I only have English classes
Mm-hmm.
now semester, and in the second semester from September, from the end of September, I'm gonna have English and physics, chemistry, and biology, and PE. So I don't have so many class. I don't have classes that require us to go to university physically. So as long as I'm still in the preparatory course, I don't have to go to university physically. I can do all the classes online. But as you said, once, like, let's say anatomy
Mm-hmm.
starts, I need to go to the university physically because I need to do something physically. I need to, it must be in person, like you
Mm-hmm.
said. So yeah, when I turn like the first year student I
Mm-hmm.
have here. I cannot be in Japan because I need to be at the university classroom. Yeah.
Mm, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just anticipate for a better situation to all of us, so we can
Mhm.
finally go back to our previous normal lives.
Yeah. I have a question.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. I have heard some like some kind of news
Mm-hmm.
about Filipino medical university, like
Mm-hmm.
medical university in Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And I have heard it takes students like 10 years to become a doctor. Is it correct?
Not really. The only reason why it takes almost 10 years, it's because
Mhm,
in the Philippines you cannot proceed uh, to take up medical courses right away. You need to have a pre-med course
mhm.
before you proceed to a medical course. So, uh,
See.
yes. So, obviously, the pre-medical courses have at least 4 years, but there are also 5 years.
Mhm,
So, those pre-med courses that require
mhm.
4 years of tenureship are nursing,
Yeah.
med tech, rad tech, midwifery, and then 5 years. I think that it's only dentistry.
Mhm.
So,
Uh, I see. See.
and then
Mhm,
another 4 years for medicine.
mhm. I
That's
see.
why it
See.
takes almost 10 years.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because since I have like many friends in Philippines, I
Hmm.
mean Filipino friends, because I have had a lot of classes here in DMM with Filipino main teachers, so I have so many Filipino friends here, and of course Filipino can speak English
Hmm.
mostly, right?
Hmm.
So sometimes I feel like, if I chose to study medicine no, no, in Philippines, it would have been better than studying here. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's why I sometimes, consider
To transfer to the
going
Philippines.
to, transfer to Filipino Medical University if I can, of course.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's why I asked you how it's like.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm really curious about Filipino Medical University. Yeah.
Hmm. By the way, who chose for you to study in Bulgaria? Was it your decision or was it your parents' decision?
Oh, it's my decision. Yeah,
Mm,
it's my decision. And of course, I knew the language here was Bulgarian. So, I cannot say like why people here are speaking Bulgarian. Why don't they speak English? I cannot say like this because it's my decision, right?
mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
So
are
I need
you
to.
are you having regrets of choosing Bulgaria over other countries?
uh, yes, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I wasn't careful enough, I think.
maybe
But
mm,
yeah, it's
maybe
my
you
decision.
have you should start to communicate with your parents regarding whatever you're going through, so they would know your sentiments, because while it's still early and while you haven't invested so much time and money in Bulgaria,
Mhm.
maybe you can tell them how you really feel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Hmm.
you're
So
right.
just maybe next time when you book my class, just tell me if you're gonna transfer to the Philippines or go back to Japan. So maybe we can talk again next time.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
All right. So as much as I want to continue, I still have another class. So I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to our next class together, Gito. Okay.
See you next time, and
Um.
thank you for listening.
Okay. You're welcome. How do I pronounce your name again? Is it Gito or Gito?
Oh, I'm Gito.
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 Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So bye for now.
Yeah. Bye for
Take
now, and
care.
see you.